right, are you ready to make moolah? Aquariums got nerfed, but that's not gonna stop me. Like I told y'all, we still got some billions in our aquarium, 1.7 billion and 125 million XP. And I'm not gonna lie, these rewards are low-key nice. I had no idea you can get cursed nukes from this, bro. I have a cursed nuke in here, which is crazy. But after the nerfs, we are still working our aquarium. We have 1.4, almost 1.5 million. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to improve your aquarium to start making a lot more money and to make a lot more items, obviously get these crazy rewards, along with showing you guys how to get money from normal fishing also. And you can still make a lot of money from normal fishing. I think there's like a method I'm going to show you guys that you can get like almost 50 to 60 billion an hour, and you don't even need anything crazy. All you need is like an Aurora totem and like, I don't know, Runeous Oath. That's all you need. You don't need nothing crazy. Okay, so let's start on normal fishing because that's probably what a lot of you guys are going to be most used to, and then we'll switch to aquariums, showing you guys the best way to farm aquariums and get some crazy fish. I'm not gonna lie. So you have a way to farm money while you're playing the game and have a way to farm money while you're not and still make a lot of money. So I'm gonna try to help you guys out, and with this method you can make about 50 to 60 million an hour without glitch potions, without rainbow totems. All you need is an Aurora totem and to subscribe. So like, no, I'm joking, I'm kidding, but you know, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, show your boy some love. But we're gonna do this fresh for y'all. So what you're gonna need is an Aurora totem, and you're gonna either need the Luminous Oath or the Runeous Oath. You can use rods better than this, but I'm kind of, you know, I want to stay like where it's kind of possible for every single player. You can use rods like the Fabulous Rod and like Try Hard Rod if you want to kind of make a little bit more, but it will be a little bit difficult. So I'm gonna go with the Runeous Oath because it does have a lot better stats, I'd say. And the enchants you want on this rod are going to be Sea Overlord and Sea Prince, which are both enchants that buff the size of the fish that you catch. Ooh, first try. All right, so we got Sea Overlord and Sea Prince. I was recording, but I guess the footage it got cooked. All right, so you want to make your way over to Sunstone, and obviously with this you could pop like glitch potions, rainbow totems, and there's an angler quest right here. So while you're farming for money, at the same time you could do your angler quest. So you want to come over here, and what you're gonna need is some decent bait. I'm not gonna lie, you can use Luminous Larva or you can use Mist Worms. Mist Worms are the preferred bait for the exotic over here at Sunstone, which is the Tortuga, the turtle, which is going to be probably one of your main ways of making money. So what you want to do, you want to pop a sundial, you want to pop an Aurora, and you kind of want to rely on hoping to get that like that exotic, but at the same time you can still make a lot of money with just this farming over here at Sunstone. Very simple, throwing in some glitch potions, rainbow totems to kind of help your luck. I feel like rainbow totem is like a better variation than like shiny, but you could also pop like a shiny or sparkling totem to kind of help you. And wait, can you? Actually, I don't think you can. My bad, I might be tripping here. Hold on, can you pop a shiny during Aurora? Oh, you can. So you can pop like a shiny, get a little bit of like 1.8 times 89, whatever your money you're making, and get a little bit of extra money. Along with that, if you don't prefer Sunstone and for some reason like you want to do it somewhere else, if you find a strange whirlpool, go into the strange whirlpool, head to the depths, and once you come to the strange whirlpool, you want to go down to where the keys are and stuff, and pretty much fish here. Same goal, same totem, same everything, but your different goal this time is going to be the depths key, which has a base value of 11,000, and then the Tortuga has a base value of 14,000. So one is better than the other, but the depths key is a lot more easier to catch and probably reel up. So overall with one you're going to be making a little bit less, but if you have a preference for some reason, you can definitely, you know, have a variety of choices. Now for aquarium fish, I have still been working on my aquarium. I feel like maybe by the next video that's mainly about aquariums or something, I should have 2, maybe 3 million if I'm lucky. And this is actually a far simpler method, and you could probably do it while you're catching fish. So you can kind of multitask fishing for money while looking for aquarium fish. So you can kind of set yourself at an area where you can catch decent fish, like the Colossal Blue Dragon or something. You can see these fish make some pretty decent money. But I did talk about this in my last video, so I'll put a clip of that in. And at the same time as equip best money, so if you get something that you didn't know was good and you click equip best, you could add, you could equip it and have some decent stuff for your aquarium. So I say definitely click that button every once in a while before you sell your fish, especially. I'd say do that, and sometimes you might have something crazy you can equip, so that's definitely something you want to do. But let me go ahead and put that clip in real quick. But as of right now, with the new rarity fixes and everything like that, and the mutations and everything, the best mutation in the game right now is Try Hard. along with that, the best fish in the game right now is probably going to be the Leviathan. They merged a couple rarities, but even before they fix all this stuff, they added Leviathan as the new best probably fish for aquarium as of right now. So we're gonna fish for some aquarium. I'm also gonna show you guys a really good one that's not in my aquarium right now in a second. And we can also see that blue dragons are still able to hold up their own with this, and they're probably much more easier to spawn in, so that is a good substitute if you don't really want to go for profane Leviathans mainly, or you kind of want to make a variety in your personal aquarium. There's also the equip best button now, so that's definitely gonna help us out, I'm not gonna lie. And let me show you guys what you should be doing to get the best aquarium, man. But usually crazy fish now are gonna be around maybe 300 to 500k. If we go in my aquarium, I'm gonna show you guys the fish now. It's a giant glowy Leviathan, 6.7 million kg. Also, editing Uno here before we continue. Obviously this was treasure appraised originally. I think it was around 3.7 million kg. So being able to get a good treasure appraiser on fish like this also is definitely going to be helping your aquarium and how much money you're making. It's 285,000k, and this fish, believe it or not, used to be 2.8 million before the nerfs. So usually, like I said, the highest amount is going to be around this this kind of fish, but you probably can make it a lot better with multipliers and stuff like that. But to catch fish like this, I have told you guys to do this a couple times, is you would want to use an evil pitchfork, sea prince, and what is it called, I forgot, sea overlord is 2 enchants that buff your size. Do I have exalted relics? I think that's it. So while we're trying to get sea overlord on this, I feel like I'm gonna tell you this, evil pitchfork along with glowworm bait to guarantee a mutation every single time you get the passive towards the size buff, 200-300% size buff, and you get the glowworm for the jungle. You can macro the tree, it's not that hard. So this is one of the methods, along with another one being like with the new best mutation in the game, the tryhard rod. You could do tryhard. The thing is with this, it's probably not going to be very consistent catching crazy fish for the majority of you guys. I mean, if you can handle it, I mean, smacking on some same thing, anything to buff the size, or a mutation, probably not mutation, you can't really do anything, but smacking on the mutation would make that decent. Also 10 times multiplier, but honestly fighting for a 2x, because glowworm is ×8 now, and this is ×10. It's a 2 times multiplier that you're differentiating. But if you were to get glowy or shiny, overall I still think using glowworm with, I mean, also hold on, no, actually no, it wouldn't work. I was gonna say glowworm with fabulous rod, but no. But obviously the evil pitchfork has slashes obviously, and a 50% chance to gain 500% of caught fish's base value, so that's a good way to gain money, and a 30% chance to lose the same amount, and a 25% chance for the 100 to 200% weight buff. And then we go to the fabulous rod, which has a plus 25% chance to give additional fish size, but obviously has the 1.3 times larger multiplier. But me personally, I'm gonna tell you, I think you should go with the evil pitchfork, because you could substitute it with the glowworm, which gives 8 times. So in return for that 1.3 times multiplier, you're getting more weight buff and more size. And then especially with this new changes of value and everything, I think that weight is kind of gaining back its reputation and kind of giving a little bit more value towards your aquarium. So now the only thing the only rod that can really get you where you want to get is going to be the evil pitchfork. So we're gonna have to be returning back to the evil pitchfork with some size buffs. I think the fabulous rod does have a size buff also, but the main thing is really making sure you get a mutation on the crazy fish that you're reeling up, because spawning in a Leviathan already, it's hard by itself, or you know, what's it called, the evil colossal blue dragon, or blue dragon, sorry, when you spawn them in and when you get the size multiplier passive, that's already hard to proc. You want to make sure you get a mutation on it. So having that in mind, always having the glowworm mutation guaranteed, a ×8 multiplier now. It used to be ×15, but a ×8 multiplier now being guaranteed every single time you are to catch the fish is going to increase your chances at getting some pretty high value fish, kind of like this one, 285k, and making it a lot more easier. Because the only thing you really need to focus on this, like while you're catching the fish, is making sure your passive procs and that you get that size buff passive. And along with that, with mutations, where is it? I lost it. Glowy is 8 times, right? Glowy is from the glowworm bait. You can see it right here. No one's lying to you. You know what I mean? Along with that, the mutation that you get from the evil pitchfork is all the way down here being evil, which is a 6.5 times multiplier. And that's the 20% one. The one you get usually is Siren Spite, which is a ×5 multiplier, which is 25% chance. So what I was saying was you could go with fabulous rod, or you can go with tryhard if you want to take that chance. I feel like that's stuff you really want to go for once you already have like really good fish, and you want to like maybe gamble and try to get something something even crazier, because the majority of these are pretty hard to get. Even I probably wouldn't even go for something like that. You could probably still, I still could get a lot better fish with the glowy and evil pitchfork, and I probably have better fish than majority of you guys as of right now. I had the best aquarium, dropped down, and I still have a crazy aquarium. So now that we got that out the way, we can kind of head down to the colossal dragons down here, especially if you don't want to do profanes or you can't spawn in profanes every second. You're definitely going to need to substitute in your aquarium or to kind of grind in the meantime while you're trying to spawn in profanes or something, or you know, whatever goes within those lines. So coming over here and focusing on the colossal dragons also is definitely good for you too, because they're definitely going to be good. They can hold up their own in your aquarium for sure. Some of these colossal blue dragons being better than my leviathans, they are a lot bigger than them, but still being a little bit better than them definitely proves that blue dragons are definitely going to be something you can put in your aquarium, especially because you lose stuff. You lose a little bits of duplication, so having a variety in your aquarium is definitely going to be needed. And then you spawn these guys in with sundials, so just sundialing like crazy, or you can auto click sundials, and it's a lot less tedious and easier to spawn in versus the profane leviathan. You can definitely find people to farm with, but this is definitely going to be easier to spawn in, at least if you're solo. All right, so now we got a colossal blue dragon. We can use the evil pitchfork. I took off I think Sea Overlord, because the thing is, when you go to catch some fish, it'll be a little too hard, so you want to be careful. Oh, let me use glow bait too. You want to be a little careful, especially with like the profane leviathan and stuff. I think it is doable for a variety of people, but at the same time, it is very hard. So you want to be careful and just avoid failing that. So I think Herculean is good on here. So actually, let me put Herculean on here real quick, because I think now that they fixed the rarities and everything, the fighting on some of these profane leviathans and stuff, because they bite and everything, so they're a little bit harder. So it's a little riskier to use to use like both the size buffs, like Sea Overlord. But I guess I can keep, I mean, you could keep it for like the blue dragons, because I doubt they're gonna fight like that. Okay, there we go, we got it. So we'll just fight it just to see. Let me see. Oh damn. So you see what I mean? 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 Oh my gosh, you see what I mean? I think putting cryogenic or something on here is gonna be like really good, but like holy, they fight like crazy. The profane is like 10 times worse than this. So just imagine that fighting like this much, this crazy. But I feel like whoa, you see how it's biting? Yeah, you gonna need Herculean on here. But you get that progression though. Whoa! The slashes are stronger. For some reason it keeps biting, but you get random like buffs. What is going? Because I know all these have new mini games or something, so everything's like a little bit harder, but I think everything's somewhat more rewarding. I don't know, bro. Yo, I'm in disbelief. Look, like you get a random like buff of strength, but it's going down when I'm on it. What's going on? So yeah, if you don't have like a decent amount of control, bro, this is gonna be like an infinite fight that you're doing. It's gone all the way down and all the way up, back and forth. Yeah, bro, holy, yeah, you're gonna need Herculean on here, bro. It's just too big to actually fight it, but I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you can enchant a lot faster now. What? Hold on, look. Oh, okay, we got Herculean. Nice. So now that we got Herculean, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more doable with Herculean versus without, because look how much bigger our bar got. Like, holy, that's gonna be like 10 times easier. So obviously you want to proc the passive, but for this time I'm just gonna try to catch it without it, but hopefully if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. There we go. Okay, now let's try to catch it. Like, watch, it's gonna be like 10 times easier, but look how it's fighting like crazy and it bites at the same time. So this one has you get progression like that, and then it can bite, and then it goes down randomly. Like, what's going on? There's a whole lot of BS going on right here. Like, what? Okay, there we go. I think we got it. Oh my god, why is it going down? Like, what's going on, fam? What are we fighting? What are we doing? Do we got it? Okay, we got it. Holy, I didn't even know it fought like that, but there we go. You know, we can do it like that. So overall, there's so many ways to make a lot of money, especially with the aquariums and farming fish. So hopefully with all these balances and everything, we should be making, you know, rods should be a lot cheaper and stuff, and everything should be affordable. And then we have the black markets on weekends. But hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully you guys can make a little bit of money, and hopefully you're not struggling to get anything in the game. But yeah, it's pretty easy, and go make your money, guys. Make some billions.